So right now we are in Kevin's cabin, southern Colorado, and it's all recycled and mostly nature materials in here, and we can see here some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Like all this metal work, and it's all used horseshoe and how did you get, Kevin, all this cabin here? Because we are in this little canyon here in the mountains, and it's kind of far away from anywhere. How did you get it here?
Well, I wish Jakub was here because it was interesting. What I did is I built it to move. I built it down at my other house where I had electricity and it was easy and I wouldn't have to drive up here every day. So that was pretty handy, but then I had to pick it up and move it, and I moved it in two pieces. The bottom half is one piece and this upper part was another piece. So it's pretty big undertaking, coming up a dirt road with trees and fences and
power lines,
narrow roads and power lines, and but we made it. It was always exciting. We had it pretty. Almost lost it. Fell off the trailer a few times, and then a big crane came and picked the bottom part up and set it on the foundation, and then it set the top part. And it was in a big old snowstorm when we did it, and it was an adventure.
Yeah, that is what Kevin does sometimes. He's crazy house mover, so he would get these old houses and he moves them, and that's
another form of recycling.
Yeah, big time, and it's always quite adventure, and it's hard to describe since we cannot show it, but that's one of the Kevin's hobbies, right?
Yeah.
moving
big stuff.
Yeah. And maybe it's good to say that when Kevin started building, it was like no rules here, right? You could build just whatever.
Yeah, when I built this cabin and stone house up till like last year, they didn't have any building codes, so you could do whatever you want, and it was fun and nice. That's one thing about building all these houses, that we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. So that's how it looks like when nobody tells you what to do. So
yeah,
you can end up with building like this, and all what's here, it's all barnwood, you call it, right?
Barnwood.
So barnwood is just like old wood, aged, right?
Mm-hmm.
You find on the fields
in barns. There's a lot of old barns.
Old barns. Yeah.
In fact, this roof came off an old barn.
Huh.
This ceiling.
Yeah, an old little metal bridge going to this other part of this cabin, and
it's made out of the potato digger links, and these are just old horseshoes. So
and how did you learn all this?
Just on the farm, growing up, welding machinery and fixing stuff and building stuff and building buildings, and just kind of learn it when you're growing up on the ranch.
Because you went to work like carpenter for a little while, right? Like the yuppie kind of carpentry?
Yeah.
So how was it doing the regular construction?
Pretty boring. Kind of do the same thing over and over again.
And lots of waste, right?
Not that much creativity, and you're a lot of waste, and you're working for money instead of for your passion. Yeah, when they got building codes, it took all the fun out of it, and I really haven't built anything since, because there's someone there telling you how to do something, and it's also very expensive to do it their way. You can't use stuff. It's got to be a new board now.
That's crazy, huh? You cannot use like old wood, or it has to be like new?
Has to be new and have a stamp on it. And the sad thing is that old wood is better wood than they have now, and it's expensive and it's not creative, and you got to ask permission for everything you do. So
we know that from Europe, so that's it's
times are changing.
Yeah, even here, huh? In the middle of the nowhere.
Yeah. There's still a few counties and even states that don't have building codes. Montana doesn't have building codes, and Montana doesn't even have electrical or plumbing codes, so you can
Oh wow.
you can do whatever you want. They just got speed limits.
Sounds unreal for a European,
Yeah.
you know.
And then in Alaska, they don't have any codes at all. You can you don't even really need a driver's license there.
So it looks like it just comes with more people, right? More people
Yeah.
moved in and more rules you need to
Yeah.
not go crazy, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More people need jobs, so that creates jobs.
Yeah, and I always like, you know, the old wood you use. It was lots of times you could find like the redwood, right?
Yeah.
And all this good wood, Douglas fir, and
Mm-hmm.
so now all the new wood it's pretty much spruce, huh? Or
Yeah.
pine.
It's kind of like cardboard wood.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, thin and not so good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't make trees like they used to.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting experience from Colorado or sharing experience from building in US. Because most we know in Europe, you know, it's quite different than what we see in here. So
Yeah.
that's good to see that in United States of America,
Yeah.
you know, you can do some different stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, thank you for all the help to do all this. I couldn't have done it
Oh, that's,
without you and Peter.
yeah.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was awesome experience. And
Yeah.
yeah, so Kevin told me how to build.
Yeah. And now I'm going to go to Czech and learn how to build from Jakub.
Yeah, learned how to do it under the permit and
Yeah.
yeah.
The right way. That'll be nice because my dream is to learn how to build a log cabin the right way. And I'm excited to learn how to use the wool in between.
Oh,
and
the
make
sheep wool. Uh-huh.
And the joints and make a beautiful cabin that is energy efficient and
Well,
made
maybe
from natural materials.
we can see Kevin in Czech
Yeah.
and how he's
Yeah.
helping us in Czech to
Yeah.
be creative.
I can't wait.
Right on.